best veg and sizzle-ready proteins, like 25% off shrimp with Prime.
Home run! That's my girl!
She's a star.
Yeah, since I started giving her children's Claritin, she can actually play without allergies getting in the way.
I should try that. My boy's over there, sneezing in the batter's box.
Oh, you should. It's pediatrician recommended and provides 24-hour non-drowsy relief. Plus, the chewables are dye-free.
So he can focus on his swing instead of his symptoms.
Exactly. He'll be hitting home runs in no time.
Claritin clears. Use as directed. KDWB Richfield, Minneapolis, St. Paul. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
As down payments get bigger, millions of renters across America feel like they'll never be able to buy a home. So instead of lowering expectations, Rocket Mortgage is lowering down payments to 1% for eligible home buyers with OnePlus, helping more renters become owners. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to get a head start on your starter home.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
From the 612 Injured, High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
Watch for authorities blocking off 2 right lanes to deal with a crash eastbound 94 at Highway 55. Meanwhile, on the westbound side of 94, pretty tight hang-ups from Cretin into Franklin. Westbound 494 gets on the brakes from Cedar into 35W. Eastbound 694 tight at Rice. I'm Dominic Fortini. That's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Grand Casino.
It's about to get laid back and loud at Grand Casino Mille Lacs. Shaggy takes the stage on August 8th and will drop hit after hit. Tickets available now at grandcasinomn.com.
Now live on streaming video, KDWB's Dave Ryan Show is now on YouTube every morning starting at 7 a.m. Just search Dave Ryan TV.
I got a little something for you. We're going to send you to Nashville to see Sabrina Carpenter. So you get the hotel, you get the airfare, and this is not just for one person. Can you imagine how lame it would be? Like, hey, it's just you. If your friend wants to come along, she's got to pay her own way.
By yourself.
Nah, it's for 2. You get the hotel, you get the airfare, and tickets for the show. And we're going to do this every 30 minutes. So a lot of DJs are going to be saying, you're never more than 30 minutes away for another pair of Sabrina Carpenter tickets. What's the keyword you got to use, and how do you use it, Jenny?
Yeah, the keyword is feather. And the way you use it is you're going to the iHeartRadio app and you're going to the talkback feature. It's a little red microphone. And then you hit that and you record yourself saying feather. You have 30 seconds, but you're going to need about 3 seconds. So That's all you got to do.
Open the app, say the word feather. Boom. We got your contact information. Once you do that, and you are good to go. I was out of the, I did go to Edina last weekend, but I went to Excelsior this past weekend. And it's just so cool. I mean, it's like, you stop and you eat food that you shouldn't eat.
Yeah.
And they had the fried ranch thing there and the mini donuts. Shout out to the mini donuts people, because my daughter Allison brought her 2 little girls along, and they're like, I want mini donuts. Well, you don't want to buy an $8 bag of mini donuts because they're only going to eat like 2 apiece. So Allison goes over and says, what's your smallest bag? And the girl says, I'll give you a bag for free. A bag of, she gave her like 4 or 5 little mini donuts. And I just thought that was very sweet. Instead of going to the minimum size is $8. And then I bought a little mug. Did you see the chicken mug in my Instagram?
Yeah. You love chickens.
Well, I grew up on a chicken farm. And so I gave a little shout out to the woman who made them on Instagram. And I started to think, it's just great to get the word out about small businesses. And some businesses that, we get everybody from like wedding day diamonds to holiday station stores to, you talk about, what's the clinic that you talk about? Sonabella.
Sure.
And how they're kind of like, partners here, and people learn about them. So many people book Zero Res and go to Snap Fitness because they heard about it on KDWB. It's like, oh yeah, I need my carpet cleaned. Oh yeah, I need to get more energy. I'm going to go to Snap Fitness. So if you got a little small business, and you're like, you know what, we need to kick things up a notch. Maybe you got a bakery, or you got a paint shop, or maybe you've got you're a builder.
Ooh, a builder.
Or
a nail salon.
Nail salon.
Ooh, yeah.
Chiropractor, whatever. And you're like, we need to kick it up a little bit. Radio is such an influencer because you're not just listening to an ad that says, come on down to Bill's Painting where we have a special today with 25%. It's people talking about stuff. And that's one of the great things about radio. When Jenny talks about every freaking day holiday station source.
Listen,
every day holiday station source.
I know it makes an impact because people are in my DMs sending me pictures of their Mountain Dew Purple Thunders. Ever since I started talking about a holiday, which let me remind you, it's 3 for $5 right now with Mountain Dew at holiday station stores. But I love it. I love knowing that them listening to me on the radio convinced them to go to Holiday and get a Mountain Dew Purple Thunder. Send a picture of it to me.
I totally get that. And large and small, like Zero Res. I love when people have the Zero Res people to their house to clean their carpet, and they send a picture of the Zero Res tech cleaning their carpet, and they DM it to me. I love when people go to Snap and I joined Snap because I heard about whatever it is, Wedding Day Diamonds. So if you have a business, large or small, and you want to kick it up a notch, I had an idea. Just send me an email. Tell me a little bit about your business and what your budget might be. We can work with budgets large and small. I mean, you don't have to spend $84,000 to get on KDWB.
Or if you want to, we'll talk about it all day long.
Our show is surprisingly affordable. So let us know your budget. Let us know, even put your phone number in there, your name, whatever, and send me an email to ryanshow@kdwb.com. And I will get back to every single person that writes in.
Wow.
As long as you're kind of serious about it. If you're like, I got a tattoo shop, I got 14 cents to spend. Probably not going to get back to that one, except maybe send you a laugh emoji. But if you got a used car dealership or maybe a mechanic shop or, like Jenny said, nail salon or whatever, send me an email.
Maybe you got a boat company. There's a lot of people trying to get out there and get out on boats right now. It'd be a great time to advertise.
Yeah, definitely would. Or a boat rental company.
Yeah.
Or whatever, house cleaning, whatever. Because small businesses like the little coffee mug maker that I saw at the Excelsior Art Fair yesterday. Sometimes just a little boost on the radio is what is going to keep your business thriving.
That's all it takes.
Because people listen to the radio. People are like, radio is like old school. Yeah, but personal connections are timeless.
Seriously, like right now, personal connection is someone literally texted in about Dave's dog. And so it's like we have this personal connection with you listening to us right now.
Yeah.
And then we want to build that with your company.
Yeah. So if you want to reach out, just send me an email and let me know as much or as little as you want. Tell me about your business and maybe how much you have to spend, and give me a name or a phone number, whatever. And I will personally get back to you and get you in touch with somebody who can help you out. What's that email address? It's ryanshow@kdwb.com.
Yeah. We check it all the time. You could email us about anything, honestly.
You really can. People email about group therapy and War of the Roses, all of that. So thanks for being here. It's 101.3 KDWB. That keyword one more time for Sabrina Carpenter tickets is
Feather. And you're going to go to the iHeartRadio app and you're going to use the talkback feature to say Feather into the talkback feature. And that's how you're entered.
And we do this every 30 minutes. And the more often you enter, the more you have a chance to win. Good luck. We'll be back in a second with the hat of vulnerability. Last week, I told a vulnerable story about something that made me feel really awful and small. And I'm off the hook this time. So it's either going to be Bailey or Jenny or Vaughn with a very vulnerable moment that none of the rest of us have heard about. And we'll do that coming up next on KDWB. Need us for anything? Send me a text at KDWB1.
She is pop royalty.
Oh, boy.
Twin Cities, I'm Sabrina Carpenter.
She's only visiting 5 U.S. states on tour this year, and Minnesota isn't one of them. But KDWB is putting you at the show. Make us your #1 preset on our iHeartRadio app, because you're never more than 30 minutes from your chance at a trip to Nashville to see her live. The winning begins at 7:05 weekdays with The Dave Ryan Show, part of the summer of 2020 live from Republic Records and KDWB.
Hey, it's Fallon. I feel like I'm on my phone
all the time because it's how I stay connected to people who listen to the show. But also I joke with my husband, there's, an app for everything. We have an app where we have constant communication with my daughter's teachers or my doctor. Pretty much everything is just online. AT&T has invested billions of dollars in communications infrastructure across the country to keep connecting more Americans to more opportunities. And that includes working with local governments and organizations to bring powerful AT&T fiber to more parts of the country. AT&T 5G is fast, reliable, and secure and helps communities stay connected. And realistically, it's the kind of technology that's invisible. We don't even realize it's happening. We just know, our Wi-Fi works here or our phone works, and they make it possible. AT&T is also strengthening communications for first responders with FirstNet, built with AT&T. The only purpose-built public safety network. Knowing that they're doing these things kind of behind the scenes to make our community safer and smarter and stronger, it changes lives.
Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
featuring
Tate McRae. Ed Sheeran. Lil Wayne. Jelly Roll. I'm not okay. Maroon 5. Mariah Carey. Glorilla. And more. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Never seen before collaborations and once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe.
Music brings us together.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Go to AXS.com to get your tickets today. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
From the Custom One MN.com Weather Center.
We have a chance of some severe weather today. We're going to see scattered thunderstorms and staying pretty hot out there, a high of 83. Tomorrow's going to be partly sunny, a high of 80.
This report is sponsored by Sun Country Airlines. Spend your vacation on vacation. Sun Country Airlines flies nonstop from MSP to California, New York, the Pacific Northwest, and everywhere in between. Great trips start with great fares. Book now at suncountry.com and get to going.
Hey, it's Dave. A little confession. I love to vacuum. I love making lines in the carpet, and then I hate when I have to walk over it and the lines kind of get worn out. But I've learned from Zero Res that vacuuming is really not enough to maintain the whole cleanliness and the lifespan, too, of your carpet. That's why I call Zero Res. I've tried doing the Rug Monster from the grocery store, and you got to pick it up. You got to take it back later. And with those DIY machines, there's no possible way to extract all that dirty water out of the carpet, which kind of leaves your floors worse than they were before. Have Zero Res do it. They use their platinum-rated cleaning system, safely and effectively removes all that deeply embedded water, dirt, dander, bacteria, and better yet, it's safe for your people and your pets and the planet. Zero Res has a 4.9 rating on Google, and now you can take 20% off all services. ZeroResMinnesota.com or 952-0-RES. Ask for that KDWB special. Spell it backward or forward. It spells the same. Zero Res.
KDWB-FM, Richfield, Minneapolis, St. Paul. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Paris Hilton. I just dropped Infinite Icon, the remixes, a collection of new remix songs from my latest album, just in time for Pride Month. Listen now wherever you get your music.
Sponsored by 1111 Media.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at Xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Today doesn't have to suck. Break through your day-to-day boredom by downloading Call of Duty Mobile for free and enjoy fun gameplay featuring fan-favorite Call of Duty maps, modes, and operators, plus tons of new mobile content anywhere, anytime. Available on both the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download for free now. Rated M.
You could wonder what to do on Saturday until it's Sunday, or hit 612 Saturdays at Target Field. Get to the park early for $6 drinks, $1 snacks, and $2 food. Hit the weekend wind-up with 612 Saturdays, presented by Carbliss. Join in at twins.com/tickets.
You have a plan for your business and a vision for its future. So it's important to have a banking partner that works to understand all of your goals and what it will take to help you reach them. Work with a banker who is dedicated to listening first and providing insightful, personalized advice that's right for you and your business. Work with Bremer Bank, a division of Old National Bank. Put us to work for you today at bremer.com.
Mike and Mia had California Closets design their dream media room. What was a bare wall is now floor-to-ceiling functionality. Backlit shelves display Mia's books. Illuminated cabinets show off Mike's pickleball trophies. And though they have surround sound, a turntable, and game console, there's not a wire in sight. California Closets makes space for what belongs. We did it for Mike and Mia, and we can do it for you. Schedule your free design consultation now at 800-CAL-CLOSETS or californiaclosets.com.
Buying a new house might make you say, "Shut the front door. Winning. This is my house now, baby." But you actually need to say, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there to help you choose the coverage you need.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Save on premium protein at Whole Foods Market. Get 20% off no antibiotics ever boneless beef ribeye roast and steaks with Prime through June 17th. Throw it on the grill or roast it on the stove. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
Meta AI is the personal AI that's tailored to you. Now with its very own app. It's built to get to know you, offering helpful answers and inspiration. If you're looking for something to add to your bucket list, Meta AI goes beyond traveling the world. It remembers you're a basketball fan and suggests you attend one of the playoff games. Just start typing or speaking to get the answers you need, wherever, whenever, because Meta AI is your personal AI. Download and try the app today. Now available on the Apple App Store or Google Play.
Arthur's Jewelers is where uniqueness meets style. Discover exclusive designs from America's top jewelry brands.
From the 612 Injured, High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
Watch for a new crash this morning. It's off on the right shoulder, westbound Highway 7 at Highway 100. Still have an accident off on the left, eastbound 94 at Highway 55, as well as delays stretching on the westbound side of 94 between Cretin and Franklin. Westbound Crosstown getting busy this morning on the brakes, Lindale into Penn. I'm Dominic Fortini. That's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Gens Ryan Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Summer heat is here. Don't sweat an AC breakdown. Call Gens Ryan now. They'll fix it and guarantee it won't break all summer. If it does, they'll come back free. Book today at GensRyan.com.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Deep into the biggest cases and celebrity scandals you don't want to miss.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
Hear the Dave Ryan Show on the radio, on the iHeartRadio app, and watch on YouTube. Dave Ryan TV from KDWB.
Hold on, I'm making a phone call here.
Okay.
One second.
Yeah.
Something went
This is
through.
a personal call?
Personal phone call.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your gyno?
To what?
Your gyno?
To my gyno. Oh, Vaunt.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
They're ignoring your call.
Probably don't open till 8.
Yeah.
Well, apparently.
I guess they're ignoring your call.
I was calling my wife to check on Bernie to see how Bernie is doing.
Hi, this is Susan. I can't.
Oh, bummer.
Right now. Please leave a message and I'll call you back as soon as I can. Thanks and have a great day.
Hey, call me back. Let me know how Bernie's doing. Okay, bye. Okay. She fell in love with Bernie.
Oh, that's
She was
good.
a little bit skittish about him, but she, after a while, I'd be outside working on something. She'd send me a picture of him. It's like, oh, look, he got into his dog bed. Oh, look, he's like playing with Roger, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yay.
it's all going good. Vaughn got a dog over the weekend. I got a dog over the weekend.
You get a dog over the weekend. We all get dogs.
We all get a dog. Yeah. Jenny has,
Vaughn's fostering, though.
yeah.
For now.
Oh, yeah.
Alyssa's
Unless
already
you
like
foster fail.
Alyssa's already fallen in love. That is such a misleading term, foster fail. Because I thought foster fail was like, oh no, it's not working out. We're gonna give it
Take
back.
it back, right? Yeah.
No, foster fail is you fall in love, so you don't foster anymore. You decide I want to keep her.
She is adorable.
She's so cute.
Little Ava. And you can see their pictures on DaveRyanShow.com or on our Instagram, Dave Ryan Show. All right. You are never more than 30 minutes away from Sabrina Carpenter tickets. Wake up, Bailey. Did you not get enough sleep last night?
I don't know why.
You okay?
I'm
You're
not
awful quiet today, and that's not like
I'm just
you
letting
at all.
you speak, buddy. I'm just letting you. You had an exciting weekend.
Usually you never let me speak.
Well,
Usually you're all over me.
Well, sorry about it. my computer's restarting, so right now, like, I don't feel like I'm necessarily in. I'm at 3% right now, working on updates. Please keep your computer on
3%.
3%, and it already went through all the 100. It went through 100 with a blue screen. Now it's going through 4% on a black screen. I don't know. It's rough over here. It's rough.
I know we talk on the radio, but behind the scenes, yes, we do rely on our computers for a lot of things. So we feel naked when we have to deal with an update. And Dave's desktop computer, every once in a while be like, in 15 minutes, it's going to restart.
Yes.
And you're like,
no.
And you're like, wait, and you push it to the moment you can.
Absolutely. Snooze.
And that's what I did with my computer. And the sound wasn't working. So I was like, well, shoot, I guess it's got to restart. Now I'm like worried. Like, oh.
What's the update now? Give me the exciting
4%.
update. 4%.
Wow. It is still at 4%.
What's Bailey's computer at now? Tune in every 30 minutes. You're never more than 30 minutes away from Bailey's computer update. All right, we're going to do a little something we do on the show once in a while. It's called the Hat of Vulnerability. Why? Because there's literally a hat with 3 names in it. Now, I went and I did this on Monday last week, so I'm off the table this time, but Bailey, Jenny, and Vaunt are all in there. So Jenny will draw out 2 names. The last one that's still in there will have a vulnerable moment, a story that you really shouldn't share on the radio. Very vulnerable.
All right, first name, this person is not going, is me, thank goodness. Not me today.
Not Jenny. Not Jenny.
Okay, Vaunt or Bailey. Here we go.
Gosh, I hate this.
So whoever name is pulled is off the hook.
Yeah.
This person is not going, and it is Bailey.
Oh. All right.
So that means Vaunt.
Okay. I mean, sometimes you're going, and other times like, okay, I don't mind. Vaunt, do you have a story about a vulnerable moment in your life?
I do, and I've thought about this a lot over the past, I guess, weekends.
We'll do it. I'll tell you what. We'll play a song first.
Okay.
Let you get the story together in your mind, and then we'll come back and hear this vulnerable moment on KDWB. Good morning. What if we talked like this all the time on the show?
That would be rough.
Light rock.
I would fall asleep.
Is it light rock or is it like
Sexy
cool
jazz.
Yeah, late night R&B.
Smooth jazz.
Call the
The
hotline
quiet
now.
storm.
Quiet storm. Demetrius Ryan.
Ooh.
Demetrius
would be my, R&B name.
You missed an opportunity.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay, let's get serious. Quit screwing around. So we're going to do a little vulnerability moment here because one of the things we do on the show is we admit that we're human and we have we've made mistakes. We've had bad things happen, good things happen. So once in a while, we'll open up that hat of vulnerability. And Vaunt is going to talk about something that we don't know what it's about. You've never shared with us.
So my mom and my sister Bree and my grandma, the one that calls me Boom, they're supposed to come up here from New Jersey for 4th of July weekend. And I'm so excited because it's the first time in a minute since Alyssa or I have had family up here. And transparently, we've both been feeling a bit lonely lately. We have each other and that's great. And we just got Ava, the foster dog, but there is nothing like family, especially when you live halfway across the country from them.
Yeah.
Well, I found out that my grandma is probably not coming with my mom and my sister because she had some situation trying to get her real ID, which you need to fly, and she doesn't have a passport. So unless some miracle happens in the next 2 weeks, she's not coming. And I'm transparently very disappointed. It makes me emotional kind of when I start to think about it because my grandma's older. She's not old. She'll be 67 this year, but she's been in and out of hospitals for the past couple of weeks for seemingly small things, and knock on wood that they don't develop into bigger things. And even when I'm on the phone with her sometimes, I feel like I say something to her and it kind of goes over her head, or she doesn't fully comprehend it. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but you just know when somebody's not really
She's
themselves.
slowing down.
Yes. Thank you, Jenny. And I don't, when something's not necessarily 100% with somebody, and I'm noticing it. And sometimes I'll ask my grandma, are you all right? But she's a grandma. She's a matriarch. So she's not going to admit anything's wrong, even if there's the worst possible thing. And I'm just slowly noticing, I guess, my grandma, I don't even want to say, but deteriorating. And it just bothers me because I don't know if you remember a couple of months ago, my great-grandma passed away. And I lived with her for half my life. But transparently, this grandma, my grandma that's supposed to come visit, I am so much closer with. And so I've just been in my thoughts about what if, God forbid, or, just the fact that I can't even spend family time with my mom and my sister and her. And it just makes me reflect on, I've been gone from home for 2 years and how much I'm missing. And God forbid, I miss a big event. My sister's turning 10 this year and, all these big things that I'm just missing at home. And I just wish that my grandma was coming, not only because I love my grandma, but because my mom, my sister, me and my grandma, we're like a little squad. I feel like the vibes are always 10 times better when it's the four of us. When one of us is out the picture, it's okay, they're missing, but we'll still do something. And I love my grandma. And I don't even want to speak on what if, but
I love how close that you are because a lot of people love their grandma, but it sounds like you really love your grandma.
I do.
I mean, I love my grandma, but I was never close to her. I mean, as close as you can be, I guess, when you live 600 miles apart.
Yeah.
And see her once a year. It's just, that's very sweet. It's just kind of part of life, It's really hard when you turn to be about, 35 or 40 and you start to notice your parents are getting older.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is. It's man, this person who used to be so strong has now trouble, getting up the stairs or remembering where she put her phone or whatever.
And it seems like that's the case for you, Vaunt, but with your grandma instead of your parents.
Yeah.
So she would be pissed at you if you were talking about this because she would probably say, you little jerk. I am only 67 years old. You're acting like I got 1 foot in the grave.
And I said something to her about I'm upset that you're not coming. And she was like, oh, well, I'll just come next time. It wasn't a big deal. And when she said next time, it bothered me because the last time they came was a year ago. I was like, well, we had been planning this trip for so long. So now we're so close and I was looking forward to it. And now you're more than likely not coming. It was okay, now I have to set another clock that was just mentally wearing out in my head. And I'm just I just want you to come visit. And My grandma, yes, I am so close with her. Back when I was in middle school and I used to think I was a YouTuber, my grandma would do dumb little skits with me and she'd be the life of the party. And, you know, my grandma's such a cool grandma. You guys met her for like a couple of minutes, but like she's just such a fun grandma.
I remember meeting her. We have somebody on the phone that wants to talk about this.
Yeah, well, they just have actually a little tip for you, Vaughn, about flying.
Hi.
So Jenny's on the phone.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
What's up?
So I was just going to let you know that my dad just flew to Alaska with us without his real ID.
How did he make that happen?
So we tried to get it for him, but he didn't get it in time. And I called the airport and they said, just have him go through security with his old ID. And then also like a utility bill that would say like his
that has their address on there, that has their name and their address on there.
Some proof of,
Yeah, that they are really them.
They said allow for extra time because they could pull you aside and question you, but they didn't. It went very smoothly both ways.
Okay.
Ooh, so maybe have them check in with the airport.
I was going to say, was that something you just took like by chance you figured out, or did somebody tell you that ahead of time and you were like, okay, this is going to work?
Well, I did a little bit of research and then I actually emailed the airport and said, this is what you need to do.
Oh, beautiful.
They told me.
Okay.
Nice.
So, yeah, let Grandma know.
Yes, I'm going to. I'll call my mom after the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Text message. It's so hard, Vaughn. I'm very close to my grandma, but I was very close to my grandpa. And even though we lost him unexpectedly, I was devastated. I'm thankful every day did not suffer. It's hard no matter what. It really is. I mean, your grandmother could live to be 97 years old.
Yeah.
And it's still hard.
Yeah.
And you can say like, oh, they had a long life. Well, that's good, but it's still very hard.
Yeah, and you can never guarantee tomorrow. So I can see why you're, nervous about it, Vaughn.
Yeah, it just devastates me.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody else on the phone?
Not for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're calling about Sabrina Carpenter too.
No, not that either. I was just going to let this finish first before I brought this person in.
Oh, what are you going to talk about?
But they do have a question.
Oh.
Yeah, Gina's on the phone. She's very interested about something.
Thank you, Vaughn. Okay. Hi, Gina.
Hi.
What's
I
up?
wasn't meaning to interrupt his moment there.
I'm crying over here, Gina.
So special. So I really hope you're able to get her here. I was calling to get an update on Bailey's computer.
Yes, okay. Bailey's, yeah.
The more pressing matters.
Yeah, well, it was at 26% for a really long time. And now it's at 82. 82%. It is restarted in at least 4 times in the past 10 minutes. So, yeah.
Thank you so much for the update.
Thank you so much
Now,
for calling.
it's a really good one. It's a Commodore 64.
Yes.
Which is brand new
One of the
thanks to
OGs.
iHeartRadio. Really appreciate that. What is your name, smartass?
Gina.
Gina, we love you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a great day. All right, keep us updated, Bailey.
The Dave Ryan Show, 101.3 KDWB.
Justin Bieber had a little meltdown with the paparazzi who were chasing him around, and he was done with this paparazzi.
I'm a father. I'm a dad. I understand that. And you guys are on private property in front of my car. I understand. No, you don't understand, or else you wouldn't be here. You think this is a game? No, we're working, man. Exactly. At the expense of another human. And now you're laughing because you know it's true.
And that was one of the infuriating parts. Is he was laughing, and it's infuriating.
Yeah. The Jonas Brothers had to alter their tour a little bit. So they changed a handful of their tour dates to be in smaller venues. So I guess they weren't selling as well. But honestly, in my humble opinion, I think a lot of artists could do that, where instead of begging people to buy or pushing their dates or saying, oh, I have bronchitis, so I have to cancel.
Yeah.
They should just, hey, take one and be like, hey, we're going to just go to a smaller venue.
I wonder what the metric is to figure that out. Like, okay, we can sell out Target Center, but we could not sell out US Bank Stadium. So,
right.
By the way, we get a keyword right now. For Sabrina Carpenter this time, remember, every 30 minutes, your local DJ is going to tell you another keyword, and then you're going to open up the iHeartRadio app, and then you're going to use the talkback feature to say that into the iHeartRadio app, and then you register. But the keyword changes every 30 minutes.
Oh, it does. This time it's going to be espresso.
Okay? Like in the song, Espresso.
Espresso.
And by the way, you hillbilly, it's espresso, not espresso.
Yeah.
Did I say it right?
No.
Yes, you did.
No, you did say it right.
I
No,
was
you
gonna
did.
say, did
You
I
did.
say espresso?
No, you got it right.
I'd
So
like some espresso.
So
please.
go do that, and good luck. Espresso is the key word on the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app.
I know that Bailey's going to be disappointed when she hears this because she's really into professional athletes and was hoping to date Jalen Hurts. However, he is married now, Bailey.
Who?
Okay. I know.
Quarterback
Look
for the
him up.
Eagles.
Look him up. He's very attractive, but he got married over the weekend in Napa to Bree Burrows, and they are a beautiful couple. She's beautiful. He's beautiful. They're going to have beautiful babies together.
They canceled Bonnaroo, like the entire thing except one act, because Thursday, it was supposed to go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Luke Combs played on Thursday night. Then the deluge, the downpour, the monsoon started and didn't stop. And so they canceled all of Thursday's shows, all of Friday's shows. My son Carson was there with Damiano David, and they canceled him. And so Carson flew home dejected on Saturday morning.
Was he really like bummed? Like
He was totally bummed, yeah, because he basically sat around in a tent watching it rain the entire time.
Is Damiano, is he part of his band Måneskin still or no?
No, this was not with Måneskin.
Okay,
You're right.
okay,
That was the lead singer of Måneskin. And so Carson was the manager of his band. Oh, check this out. So the drummer in the band that Carson was managing is Post Malone's drummer and Halsey's drummer.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Isn't that cool?
What are the odds?
And I'm like, you got to hang out with Halsey's drummer, or maybe guitar player. I got it mixed up.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's really cool.
Neat.
I said, did you tell them that you used to play drums? And no, I don't talk about myself.
You should.
I'm like, you should talk about yourself. That's how you get to be friends with somebody. I don't want to bore them with talking about me. I'm like, yeah, okay, all right.
All right.
He's
If you believe
24.
you're boring, then I guess you're boring.
He'll do what he wants. And movies over the weekend, How to Train Your Dragon was 1, Lilo and Stitch at 2, Materialist at 3, Mission Impossible at 4, and From the World of John Wick was at number 5.
Didn't you say you were going to go see Mission Impossible?
Didn't get around to it.
Okay, because you got a dog. That makes sense.
I got a dog this weekend.
You're busy.
Did I mention that I got a dog?
Did you get a dog?
I got a dog. All right, that is The Dirt brought to you by 612 Injured, Heimer and Lammers Injury Law. I got an email about this, and I said, let's get her on the phone to talk about this in person, because I think you're going to have a strong opinion about this whole thing. What is her
Wendy.
name? Wendy. Hello, Wendy.
Hi.
Tell me your
How are
story.
you?
I'm well. Thanks for trusting this. This is kind of almost like a group therapy, but I'm going to tell you right now, people are not going to be supportive of one angle of your story. Tell me what your question is, Wendy. What's going on?
Yeah, sure. So I was invited to a wedding next month, and I've been working really hard to lose weight and, firm up and tone up. And I'm really, really proud of myself for everything that I lost.
Good for you.
Yeah, you should be.
Cute coat and the shorts that I really, really love. And I can't wait to wear. And I feel great in it. But here's kind of the problem is that it's white. So my girlfriends aren't so happy about me wearing white to a wedding. They think it's insulting to the bride. And I think that it looks nothing like a dress. And also there's this old fashioned wedding stuff. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I think most brides aren't virgins anyway. So why are they kind of...
Because it's a tradition. It's a tradition.
What do you guys think about this, about women wearing white to a wedding?
I don't really know that much about the etiquette. I will say that weddings are changing, but I think it changes not with the guests making decisions, but with the bride and groom making decisions. So the bride might want to wear a purple, sparkly dress. That's for her to decide. I don't know. Jenny and Bailey and Vaughn, you go to a lot more weddings than I do. What do you guys think?
I think it's a very big jerk move. I think that you can find something else to wear that you're still going to be looking fine in post weight loss. So congrats on the weight loss.
Is it a jacket and shorts?
I think she had a sports coat.
Oh, like a sport coat and shorts.
Is that like a sport coat and shorts?
It's a sports coat. It's this cute little sports coat. It's nothing like a dress.
I don't think that that's the reason, though, that you don't wear white to a wedding. And I also don't think that most people think of it as brides or virgins. It's just the fact that that's the tradition, and nobody else should be having the glory of wearing white. That takes the eyes off of the bride then when someone else is wearing white at the wedding. So I personally...
Why?
Why what?
Because the bride wears white.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't being ignorant. I was genuinely asking why does it take eyes off of her?
I literally don't even think of that old tradition that the bride wears white because she's a virgin. I don't think of that.
No.
You are correct. Most brides are most likely not virgins these days. But I just think it's a matter of everyone else gets to wear the color or a neutral and the bride gets to have the white. And that's how it is.
Okay. I mean, I guess so. I mean, to me, I would never mistake like, oh, look at that. She's taking attention away from the bride because she's wearing white. What if she wore a neon jumpsuit? That would take away attention from the bride, but that's not against the rules.
I feel like I think whatever you choose to wear, you shouldn't be wearing something that could take attention off of the bride and groom, or bride, groom, whatever. I don't think you should be wearing anything that draws attention. So if white would draw attention, which it would, then don't wear it.
We got a bunch of text messages on this one. So basically, Wendy is invited to a wedding next month, and you've like lost weight, and you've like, you're happy with the way you look, and you bought yourself like a little jacket and a pair of white shorts. And the problem is it's white. Your friends are like, don't wear white. It's going to take away attention from the bride. Text messages. Feel free to wear the white outfit. But just know, as my sister's maid of honor, it was one of my duties to pour red wine on anybody that showed up in white. Can you imagine? It's like, okay, yeah. Man. See her? Yeah. Wendy's wearing white. Go pour some wet red wine on her. Absolutely not. Because everybody at the wedding is going to be talking about that guest that wore white. But if she's super passionate about it, ask the bride, why is she not asking the bride? Mm-hmm. I mean, could you ask the bride and say, that's the solution right there. Mm-hmm. Ask the bride, Wendy, and say, hey, can I wear this white outfit? Maybe send her a picture of it. And if she's like, yeah, cool, I don't care. Well, there's your answer. But if she even hesitates a little bit, that's your answer too. I
wonder, we got a text message to check with the bride. I wore a red flower dress, but the base color was white and I was so nervous. So I sent a pic to the bride to make sure she was fine with it. It's called respect. It's their day. Oh. And I was going to ask that same question because I wanted to wear this one dress that was white based, but it had like pink and yellow, like big old flowers all over it. And I wondered, like, does this constitute as white, or is it just like solid white that constitutes as white? Like, what kind of white can you wear, if white at all?
Yeah, if they don't want you to wear white, then maybe don't. But there are definitely so many more things that you could wear that would take more attention away from the bride. Neon, Crocs.
Sparkly bodysuit.
Yeah.
Well, remember the story, and it made national news. It happened here
Liz
in town.
Krieger. I was literally just with her last weekend. Liz Krieger it might be
Tell me the story.
So Liz wore this cocktail dress. She's very hot, very in shape woman, and she wore kind of like a cocktail sort of dress. She looked great in it. It wasn't revealing of any sorts. It was just a little bit shorter and a tight dress. And it made the national news that it was an inappropriate dress to wear to a wedding. And then I think she got bullied. This was before you guys had her on the show, but this was before I was even on the show.
By other guests at the wedding.
Yeah. And so it made like a national news story of like, was her dress inappropriate? And I don't know what happened when you guys had her on the show, what people said.
It was mixed.
Do you remember? Okay.
It was mixed.
Yeah, I wasn't part of the show at that time.
We had Jamie on the phone here. Jamie, so basically Wendy is asking if she can wear white at the wedding. Jamie, what do you want to say?
So I think that you should find something else to wear, because so many brides now, they have their wedding dress and then they have like a second outfit for the reception, and it's going to be warm out. You don't know that the bride's not going to come out in her own sports coat and shorts.
Wouldn't that be awful?
That's true.
Yeah, that could be. So you're saying just find something else to wear.
Just find something else, I'm sure. Or dye it. If you love the outfit, go buy some red dye and dye it a different color.
Oh yeah, red dye. Do it purple.
Jenny, good morning, Jenny.
Good morning.
What do you want to tell Wendy?
I think that first, congrats on losing weight. I get it. But two, it's their day. It's the one time the bride needs to shine. They wear white. It's for her to stand out. It's her day. Just go with any other color. That's the one time you should pick any other color other than white.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's like, okay, it's one day. I know that's your favorite outfit. You look great in that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just for the one day. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do we know she's wearing white?
How do we know what?
Bride?
Who?
The bride.
You should just expect it.
Is it almost always like assumed that they're wearing white?
Yeah.
I would always assume, yeah.
That is one assumption you can pretty much make about a bride.
I don't think I've ever walked into a bridal shop and been like, look at all the colors.
Yeah.
I think if
I've never been married, so.
I think the one exception might be if you're like 57 years old and it's on your third wedding, you might wear some other color than white. And you wear whatever you want to.
I think like there's a lot of things said about different colors that you can wear to a wedding. Like one time I heard that if you wear a red dress or red something, that means you slept with the groom.
Yes.
And I wore a red dress to Fallon and Jake's wedding.
Yes.
and so we found that out later on. For the record, I have not slept with Fallon's husband. But like there's that, and then there's something with black too.
Right.
And I'm like, there's too much. I think we can all agree though that white is the standard. You just do not
Don't wear that. I wore red to a wedding last year too, and I was like, I didn't know you were supposed to. Yeah, but I know I didn't.
I was like, wait, did you just confirm it?
But think about this one. Think about, and I'll wrap it up with this one. Think about probably every wedding you go to, there is a woman in attendance that has slept with the groom. Think about it. There probably is. If you went to a wedding right now, because you have the most incestuous friend group, Jenny.
I sure do.
You know that some guy in the audience, in the whatever, will be like, yeah, I slept with the bride at one point.
I can't say I know that, but like I've definitely been at weddings with people I've slept with, but it's not usually the bride or the groom. You know, it could be either one. You never know.
I was not invited to a wedding because her husband found out that we had hooked up. So he's like, no, he's not coming. I'm like, I kind of get that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want me there either. Hey, Wendy, good luck. Thanks. I know you'll make the right decision.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good day. Anything going on in your life? You want a question, some opinions, send an email to ryanshow@kdwb.com. You are never more than 30 minutes away from what, you guys?
Sabrina Carpenter flyer.
Exactly.
Trip to Nashville.
Another keyword coming up in 15 minutes.
Today on the Daily Bailey, I have a question for everyone in the room. You have a budget of $1 million to pull an epic prank. What's your plan? All right, think about it. You have $1 million to pull an epic prank, maybe one that would be televised, something like that. And think about what you would pull, okay? Mine is going to be super easy. I'm going to spend a lot of that money to hire a bunch of extras. So if Dave, he's walking through downtown, it's a big crowd of people. Well, those are the people that I hired, and they're all going to freeze. And they're not going to move.
Okay, that's good.
And Dave's going to be like, oh, what?
Yeah, that's a good one, yeah.
And then maybe they're going to be frozen for a while, and Dave's going to be really confused. And he's like, what's going on? What's happening? And then suddenly, I don't know, maybe I'll buy this really big balloon that comes up over the horizon. And then all of the people look at the balloon and then scream and start running. I want Dave to think that he's living through some kind of apocalyptic event.
Mine, that's a good one. That's a good, mine is close to that. Before you were describing yours, I'm not really stealing yours.
Yeah.
I would hire a bunch of people to play zombies.
Yeah.
And I would have them one day when Jenny woke up, I would have, me and you and Vaughn all made up as zombies. And then Jenny would come into work, and then she would be like everybody from K-Fan made up as zombies, and there'd be zombies in the street. Problem is, Jenny would probably grab a shotgun and
killing everybody.
The prank would backfire on us.
Have you seen zombie movies? You know that's not how they die. Shotguns aren't going to kill them. It is?
In the head,
yeah.
Oh,
with
but you
a
got
shotgun.
it. Do you think I have an aim? Yeah, right. I'm going to hit you in the foot and be like, got him.
I got him.
You can't aim for their head.
Coming. Well,
I feel like their head is such an easy aim.
Okay, and then, I mean, what else would you do?
So you would make them all... See, what I think is funny, though, Dave, is that you think all of these people are going to still come into work when they're zombies.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Jenny's going to show up at work and we're all zombies, so we all came in.
I really want to inconvenience your guys' life, so I probably would hire some kind of PI person, someone who can sneak around real easily and go into each of your places and take every single thing that helps charge your phone. So
this is $1 million prank, Jenny. That is a free prank. You get a budget of $1 million.
PIs aren't cheap.
They're not $1 million.
Okay, then on top of that, I'm going to make them put your furniture on your ceiling. So all of a sudden you walk into your living room and your furniture is upside down on the ceiling. There. Is that better?
I would use a fart bomb, a giant fart bomb, and then I would release it into the entire Twin Cities. Like a fart spray.
Yeah.
That'd be a good bit. The entire Twin Cities smells like a big fart.
But then are you going to just get out of here for the day or something?
It goes away after a while, yeah.
Yeah, but you want to be a part of the farts bomb?
Yeah.
It'd be your luck that it'd be a windy day.
You don't want to be a part of the fart bomb because remember you bought fart spray once and you're like, Jenny, spray it in the studio and then have Drake walk in. Well, then I basically just hotboxed myself with the fart spray.
It was awful.
So it was a prank on me too.
It was very, very authentic.
Vaughn, what about you?
See, I was never a prankster growing up. I used to think I'm going to flip the toilet paper to roll forward from backwards. I used to think that was a prank. And this wouldn't cost $1 million. I want to go into each and every one of your homes and change every single photo that you have with a picture of me. And there's going to be the stupidest pictures, poor quality phone pictures of me in every picture frame or digital picture frame, every album.
Dang. Well, that's a good one. I don't think that would cost anything, honestly.
Here's what I do.
Yeah.
For the money purposes, I would look at each. So let's just say it's a picture of the first time Dave and Susan had Carson. I would take me and pose me holding a baby and recreate that same photo.
So you're paying $1 million for the Photoshop.
For all the props.
I would want to make it more massive than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? More than just a joke on me.
See, that's why I said I want everybody. Well, yeah, I want it to be on you, but that's just why it would involve a lot of people, a lot of extras running for their lives.
It's a good bit, Bailey.
I think that'd be hilarious. You'd be like, it's the war of the world. What's happening?
Would you think the first initial action of them freezing, would you think that was the moment you were in a simulation though?
Yeah.
Because that's what I would think. If everyone just stopped around me, I'd be like, this is it. I've always thought I might be in a simulation.
Here's what would happen. She would hire some horrible actor like Katie Cap.
Hey.
Katie Cap would start giggling and wiggling and then call her mom and go, and I'd be like, all right, this is a prank. This is a bit. All right.
Cap.
Thank you, Bailey.
Thanks, guys.
You are never more than 30 minutes away from Sabrina Carpenter tickets. Hang on to win them. And now it is time for a little Motivational Monday on KDWB. We just tried to find a little something to, change your way just of thinking so you're going to be more positive. And I really like this one. And sometimes we need to be reminded. It's very short, and I will read it. You're so focused on the future that you don't realize today was what you asked for years ago. Enjoy your day. I'll read it again. You're so focused on the future that you don't realize today was what you asked for years ago. Enjoy your day. And sometimes you are in your dream job, or you've got great kids, or you're super healthy, or you've lost that weight, and you're so busy worrying about things that haven't happened yet and may never happen that you're forgetting to enjoy what you are living right now in your nice new apartment with your nice new dog or your nice new partner.
You've got to count your blessings kind of situation.
It's kind of a count your blessings situation.
Yeah.
Because I think about, this is the life that I've wanted to live ever since I was 16 years old, to be a radio DJ. And sometimes I'm like, I got to get up early and we got to come up with another idea for the show. And we got to make a social media post. It's like, this is what I dreamed of, except the social media part, for years. So appreciate where you are and that it was what you asked for years ago.
Love it. Wow.
And that is your
Feel
Motivational
motivated.
Monday. On KDWB, we're going to do a little Make My Monday. Listen, the Twin Cities had a very shocking, awful weekend this weekend. And I know you know exactly what I'm talking about with the shooting. And they did capture the shooter, I believe, early this morning or last night.
It was last night, yeah.
He was down in Green Isle, and I guess they found him outdoors, and he surrendered and will face justice. But it was just, I woke up on KARE 11 Saturday, and we got our new dog. We're like, playing with the new dog, and I'm watching the guy who does the KARE 11 Saturday, and he did such a great job, and I can't remember his name.
Chris Rapsky.
Okay. And so Chris is like, taking these live reports, and Chris is like, ready to talk about other stuff and the weather and things like that. And so he did such a good job of, getting the message across. And you're just listening to this going, what, they were shot? Were they? And then the first thing is like, did they survive? And then you find out that 2 of them did not. And then the 2 of them, I guess, are seemingly on the road to recovery.
John Hoffman is just out of surgery. Like, he had a bunch of surgeries because he got shot 9 times and his wife got shot 8 times.
9 times and 8 times.
I know. It's terrifying.
Bailey was literally with them on Friday night.
I was with these people on Friday night. I wasn't like talking to them and like shaking their hands, but I was in a big room with a bunch of people, and a lot of them were on this like list of this guy of people he wanted to assassinate. I was with a bunch of people.
Isn't that just
it
weird
was
and
really
eerie?
surreal?
Yeah.
Really, really surreal to be like, wow, 5 hours ago I was in the same room as these people. It was terrifying.
Yeah, well,
but obviously it didn't happen to me, so I'm not trying to like, boohoo me. But it was just weird. It's weird to think that. Yeah, really eerie
and weird. And so we come into work this morning. We're kind of like, okay, us. We are aware of what's going on in the world, but sometimes our philosophy on the Dave Ryan Show and on KDWB is like, we are an anecdote for the things that trouble you in life. So when you are worried because your car payment is late, or your air conditioner's broken down and you've got to schedule somebody to or maybe your kid has to get braces or whatever, we are the antidote for the stress in your life. So we don't like to compound it by talking about things like that. But at the same time, when sometimes it's so big that you have to talk about it. But what we want to do, just kind of lighten the mood a little bit and do something fun-ish, not in spite of, but as an anecdote to all the things that are going on in the world. Let's do a little Make My Monday on KDWB. What would make your Monday? Do you want me to Venmo you $5? I'll Venmo you $5.
I do, actually. That'd be nice.
Not talking to you, Bailey.
Oh.
Do you want me to do the whale joke? Maybe it would make your Monday if you did. Bailey did her falling down the stairs impression.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Maybe Jenny could do a give it to me guy of the day.
Well, that's kind of a produced thing. I can't really turn that around in a minute.
We'll do a best of, give it to me. Whatever.
Okay,
maybe you want to hear maybe you want to hear the Hollister song. Whatever it would be that would make your Monday. Send me a text or call me at 651-989-KDWB.
I also would say you can request a song. Like, for instance, I would call and be like, hello, I want to hear the Thong Song by Cisco, please. I think that would really make my Monday
as
well.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So whatever it is that would make your Monday, let me know, 651-989-KDWB, or send a text. and we'll do something simple to make your Monday. We are not going to bring you an omelet chef to your office.
No,
can't
do
that. There are some limitations here. Okay,
Yes. We
Dave
can't
said
give-
$5 he'd Venmo you, not 500.
I'll Venmo you $5. First person that says Venmo you $5, I'll Venmo you $5.
Oh my God!
If
I
that-
was like, I
if
thought you
that's
were about to say 500, and I was like, Dave, hold on.
Venmo me $500.
But if that's what it takes to make your Monday, then your Monday is just fine. Your Monday is not that bad.
No, seriously.
All
And then remember that we have a keyword for you for Sabrina Carpenter in like 2 minutes for her tour in Nashville. We're sending you to Nashville for this one. A whole trip, airfare, hotel, and concert. I love her new song, Man Child, by the way. It grew on me. It took a minute, but it grew.
Yeah, we play it all the time. So if you want to win, we're about 1 minute away from that one. We do have a Make My Monday. Amber is on the phone. Hi, Amber.
Hi, good
What
morning.
What can we do to make your Monday, Amber?
I would love for you to play Happy by Pharrell. I have already had a morning this morning with my kids. We were running late, and my youngest, who I'm potty training, pooped right before we got in the car.
Oh, they always do that. Yeah, okay.
I know. So I would love to hear that. That would help my Monday be a lot better.
You know what? That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Thanks for not asking me to Venmo you $5. We'll do that for you. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do that. We'll give you the keyword, then we'll play happy. So here we are with the keyword for Sabrina Carpenter right now on KDWB. Here's what you got to do. Open up the iHeartRadio app and just say the keyword into the talkback feature.
Yes, the keyword this time is taste. So say the keyword taste into the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app and make sure that we're set as your preset, number one preset, KDWB. It'll make this entire contest much easier for you.
A whole lot easier. All right, here is your Make My Monday. And if there's something else we can do, send me a text or call 651-989 KDWB. Make My Monday on KDWB. We played that song a minute ago. I think her name was Amber. She said, I've had a rough morning. My kid has pooped right in the car. Something like that.
My kid pooped.
Oh, my God. Make My Monday. Hi, Liz. What would make your Monday?
To make one of your guys' Mondays.
How are you going to make our Monday?
What would make your Monday if you could ask for anything?
A glazed donut and a glass of milk.
Oh, yes. A donut would be so nice.
A glazed donut. You know what? I may be able to just drop off a box of donuts just to make your guys' Monday for making everybody else.
See,
you are too sweet.
Well, that would be great. Dave says he wants a glazed donut. Then you'd bring a box of donuts, and I'd be the only one to eat them. I can guarantee it.
You know what? You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
If you want to bring in some kale chips.
Yeah,
kale
chips.
Kale chips. No, I'm kidding. I'd eat a donut. Listen, if you're going to go out of your way to get donuts for us, I'll eat a donut.
Yes.
Yeah. We like raised with sprinkles.
Bailey, you can't speak for everyone.
Wait, no cake donuts. Don't come down here with a cake donut.
We don't want cake donuts.
Can you imagine? She comes down and she's all excited and sweet and she's brought cake donuts. We're like, oh.
Bailey throws them on the ground.
Cake donuts.
This girl with Z's.
Liz, you are too sweet.
Doing something for other people, so
Well,
I got to do something for you.
Well, you know what you do for us? You called and you made us giggle.
Yeah.
So you made our Monday. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good day. Thank you very much.
Juanita did request hearing Bailey's falling down the stairs impression.
Okay, good.
Here I go.
Okay. The only skill you have. You can't play
I
an
always
instrument.
love also when there's like a
landing.
moment where you think
Yeah.
that they've stopped.
That's because there's the
And then
landing, and
There's a landing.
they try to get up, and then they keep falling. Yeah, it's rough.
I think someone also requested my Give It To Me guy of Kevin O'Connell, the Vikings coach. Unfortunately, I can never play that again because I don't have the rights to some music that's in it. And we will get a hefty fine if I were to play
What is the song that's in it? Is it the...
We can't even.
Oh, okay.
It's just, we don't have rights to certain music that's kind of owned by, I don't even know if it's the NFL or whoever, but
We've just been told to be very careful about
Yeah.
using something that belongs to intellectual
that was one of my
property of
best
somebody else.
too. Oh, I'm so mad we can't play that one anymore.
Here's a text that says, "It'd make my daughter's Monday if you guys said, 'Hi, Bella, Mom loves you.'" Well, hello, Bella. Mom
we got
loves you.
a handful of shout outs like Lindsay. Shout out to Lindsay. Shout out to Jace for his birthday today. Happy birthday. Shout out Raquel is getting her permit. Woo! Yeah. Shout outs to you guys. Hopefully that made your Monday.
I love that. Shout out to my son, Chase. Chase is he's having a birthday today as well.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Hope you have a better Monday. Thanks for being here on KDWB. We're going to come back in a second with a little Think Fast. We're going to play a little game here on KDWB. Another keyword for Sabrina. They happen all the time. So keep listening. And every time you hear a keyword, enter the contest to win. Because every time you do it is another entry to win the tickets to the flyaway to Nashville from KDWB.
101.3 KDWB. Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there.
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Featuring
Tate McRae. Ed Sheeran. Lil Wayne. Jelly Roll. I'm not okay. Maroon 5. Mariah Carey. Glorilla. And more. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Never seen before collaborations. And once in a lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Music brings us together. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Go to AXS.com to get your tickets today. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Presented by Capital One.
From the Custom One MN.com Weather Center.
Hot, humid, and muggy to kick off the week. We're going to see some scattered thunderstorms today with a high of 83. Tomorrow's going to be partly sunny, a high of 80.
This report is sponsored by Sun Country Airlines. Craving lobster rolls in Maine, Nashville barbecue, or an authentic...
There's so many things about this story that I just love. I think even she admits there's some part of the story that's absolutely ridiculous. What happened with your husband that made you say, oh my God, we can do War of the Roses? What happened?
I
I hope she makes you smile.
I found a pill.
The way you made me smile on the other end of a phone in the middle of a highway driving alone.
I've just noticed that sometimes he comes home and he smells like a different soap.
And there was some sort of smeared substance on her shirt.
I keep finding pairs of underpants in our mailbox.
I hope you both feel the sparks by the end of the drive. I hope you know she's the one by the end of the night. I hope you never ever felt more free. Tell your friends that you're so happy. I hope she comes along and wrecks every one of your plans. I hope you spend your last time to put a rock on her hand.
Knowing that he was there and then she disappears, knowing that giving her the side eye, giving her the look the entire night.
I can't help it that you're insecure about my past relationship. I have said I'm sorry. I've already apologized for that.
Yeah, babe, I hope he shows up in a 2 a.m. pic from a friend, hanging on to a girl to just rub it in. I hope you stay up all night, all alone, waiting by the phone, and then he calls.
So we met this girl, and she introduced herself as, she was like, "Hi, I'm Kendra from Days of Our Lives."
Well, after the fact, he's like, by the way, I was at Kendra's house putting in a backsplash.
Looked at our Target app, and I've never done this, but it shows all sort of the purchase history around Valentine's Day. We also got this Reese's heart-shaped chocolate box and condoms.
I hope you both feel the sparks by the end of the drive. I hope you know he's the one by the end of the night. I hope you never ever felt more free. Tell your friends that you're so happy.
So I hid under the stairs just in case, someone was going to come over, but no one ever came over. So I was stuck under the stairs for 3 hours.
Like you did on me. I hope you cheat like you did on me.
And Kelly was hoping that you would send those roses to her.
Oh, well, if I would have known she was listening, I would have.
Well, of course you would have.
You're this upset about it. Why can't you just talk to me about it?
I'm going to get a restraining order or something now.
Come on.
One step too far.
Honestly, just get off my...
Every guy says, I told that crazy girl to leave me alone.
Yeah. He cheated on his wife, so can you really believe whatever the he's saying? Turns out that I'm basically the last person to know that my sister-in-law and my husband have been having an affair. Everybody else knows.
Sorry, I can't hear you guys.
I mean, how long do you think this is going to last, though? Because, he can pretend right now that the phone is not coming through, that the call's not coming through. Because he was so flat busted, he just hung up.
Like you did on me.
Focus on his swing instead of his symptoms.
Exactly. He'll be hitting home runs in no time.
Claritin Clears. Use as directed.
Get organized with great storage solutions from Menards. The Masterforce 4-tier industrial duty shelving unit is a storage solution designed to provide unmatched durability and stability to your workspace. Each shelf supports up to 3,000 pounds. Keep your workspace organized and clutter-free with the Masterforce 4-tier industrial duty shelving unit. On sale now. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Arthur's Jewelers is where style meets exclusivity. Discover stunning designs from America's top brands.
From the 612 Injured, High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
Weather's certainly going to play a role in your afternoon commute, but early on this morning, all right. Eastbound 394 crews picked up an earlier crash near 12th Street. Eastbound 94 continues to struggle, though, as you approach Highway 100. Southbound Highway 280 locking up as you approach 94 with the eastbound crosstown on the brakes at Gleason. I'm Dominic Fortini. That's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Hero Home Services.
When the temperature rises, Hero always answers the call. Our techs deliver reliable AC service with the power and precision your home deserves. When your home needs saving, visit Hero Home Services at callhero.com.
It's the trial that's captivating the nation.
Who the were we working for?
Now, join veteran journalist and Diddy's former platinum-selling protege as they discuss, debate, and dissect every key detail of the proceedings.
You don't do that when you know what you're doing is legal.
Amy Roback and TJ Holmes present Aubrey O'Day, covering the Diddy trial.
Everything is showing intimidation. Everything is showing coercion.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Diddy, and listen to the exclusive coverage now.
Watch the Dave Ryan Show on YouTube. Just search Dave Ryan TV live on YouTube and the iHeartRadio app. It's 101.3 KDWB.
You get another personal call right now?
Yeah, making a personal phone call here.
The gyno didn't answer earlier, so it's
My gyno.
You got to get in for that appointment.
Get in where you fit in.
Okay, Beavis and Butthead over there. Jeez, Bailey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Calling to talk to Bernie. Put him on the phone.
Oh, gosh.
Put him on the phone. What's he doing?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hi, good boy. Oh, you good boy.
She probably actually did hand the phone to Bernie.
I was like, I think she literally put him on the phone.
Trying to pick it up with no opposable thumb.
Do your dog talk to him?
I see. Okay. Hey, your buddy. Hi, buddy. How's my big handsome boy? Oh, does you like scratches? Do you love your daddy? Do you love your daddy? Oh, is he there?
No.
Okay.
She hang up? Did he just hang up on you?
That dog hung up on me.
I heard he flicked you off, too.
Does not feel like a great relationship.
Yeah.
Bitch slapped the phone.
He's like,
Davis, it's a one-way relationship so far.
God, I sure hope not.
I've been lying about how well y'all got together this whole weekend.
He said he loved you.
This is the new dog, Bernard,
Hello.
shortened to Bernie. Hi, did Bernie hang up on me?
No, you hung up on me.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, so anyway, how is Bernie this morning?
He is snoozing on the couch, and if you look at the picture I just sent you, Roger is right above him, hanging out.
Oh!
Are they buddies, Susan?
I don't know. I think they just Roger is way more into him than I think.
When you say into him, what do you mean? He likes him?
Yeah, well, he literally climbed up on me, looked at him laying over there, then got up on the back of the couch and walked to lay right above him.
You know, we think that Roger missed Josie when Josie died because they had bunk beds because Josie would sleep in her kennel and then Roger's bed, he's a cat, would sleep in his bed on top of the kennel.
That's cute.
So they were like little bunk buddies. So we think that Roger maybe missed Josie and he thinks that the new dog, Bernie, is Josie.
Can we see
they
the
look
picture?
similar. Yeah.
You do. What?
Can we see the picture? Can you show the YouTube Live?
Yeah, I can show the YouTube Live. Sure. Okay, I'm going to hold it up to YouTube Live. It is pretty adorable.
So go to Dave Ryan. Go to YouTube. Go to search Dave Ryan TV, and that's Roger the cat with Josie with Bernard.
With Bernie.
Yes,
Bernard.
So what has he done so far this morning? It's like a new baby in the house. Like, how's the new baby?
Has he smiled yet?
He actually, I think they were very generous on how much he eats, but I think he ate finally a cup of food after, he got up this morning. So
well, they do say there's the rule of 3, and they say that in the first 3 days, they might not want to eat or drink. So have you heard of the dog rule of 3?
I haven't.
So it's really interesting. So if you look it up, you can look it up. It's easy. Just a dog 3-3-3 rule. So in the first 3 days is going to be an adjustment. They might feel overwhelmed. They might be scared of unsure of what's going on. They're not comfortable being themselves. They might not eat or drink. And then after 3 weeks, they start to settle in, feel more comfortable, figured out the environment, get into a routine, and then behavior issues might start showing up. Now, I don't know what that means. Once they feel more comfortable, now they're going to do things
diarrhea
like
all over the rug.
diarrhea on the rug or chewing up the TV remote. And then after 3 months, they finally feel that's kind of like, that's the magic number.
Okay.
After 3 months, they are settled all the way in.
Well, that's
I didn't know about
hopeful.
that.
Yeah.
But he settled in so well right away. I mean, we
Yeah.
brought him home on Friday, and he did great. What?
He's totally sleeping on the couch, relaxed.
Aw.
Buddy.
Buddy. Susan was reluctant a little bit. We were up at Mars. Shout out to Amy and everybody up at Mars and Joe and everybody who helped us out. And so we took him for a walk out in the yard. And I said, well, what do you think? She says, well, what do you think? And I said, I'm about 90% there, but I want you to feel happy too, because he's going to be your dog too.
Yeah.
And she said, no, it's your decision. And I'm like, okay, well, you can't go through life putting decisions off forever and ever and ever and ever, because I've been guilty of that before, and it's never a good thing to put decisions off. So I said, let's just do it.
Yeah.
And so we went in and we said yes. And we have not regretted, not for a moment. We've never questioned it. He's been better every day.
Oh, yay. I wonder what him and Roger talk about. Like, the Vikings.
Yeah.
Or maybe they talk about like gambling. Like, I wonder what they're
Well,
into.
Roger clearly, you think that they're close enough yet that he's told his plan of like how he's going to murder you someday?
Oh,
The cat does want to murder me. Yeah.
Somebody on the YouTube live said, can you show the picture again?
Yeah, sure.
Of both Bernie and Roger. the
Okay.
cat?
There we go.
I always imagine, or I wonder what
little
animals
closer.
talk about in general. Because I think their conversations are probably really cool and interesting.
You poop yet? No, I'm
Did
going
you
to
poop yet?
I'm going to poop in a little bit.
Yeah.
How many times you pee so far today?
Well, a couple. There's a rock outside. Outside? What's outside like? Well,
Want to go for a ride? You want to go for a ride?
Do you?
wanna go for a
Do you
ride?
want to go for a ride?
Do you want to go outside?
Roger's
Yeah, I
like,
wanna go
no,
outside.
I don't
Cat
want to
does
go
not
for a
wanna
ride.
go for a ride. All right, send me more pictures through the day.
Okay.
Okay, bye. Bye, Bernie. He watches TV. Did I tell you this? He watches TV.
Was he watching Suits?
Why Suits?
I don't. It was the first show that came to mind. I don't know.
No, he was watching TV the other night, and every noise that would happen, he would cock his head like, huh? What? What? And there's a picture of him, I think, on my Weekend in 5 pictures, where he's literally sitting on the floor watching TV.
Yeah.
We just couldn't believe it.
How old is Bernie again?
He is 2. Just about 2.
Right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, just about 2. And don't get lost in the shuffle. Vaughn got a new little doggy, a little foster doggy over the weekend, too.
Her name is Ava. People keep saying that she's like some type of hound mix. I think she's a black-mouthed cur. That's what she looks like, because she's not, doesn't look fat enough to be a hound. She's the complete opposite of Bernie. Like, sounds don't bother her. Like, I dropped something and she like turned her head, but then just went back to sleep. We took her on a long walk yesterday, knocked out. She knows where her little bed is. We got her like a cute big old bed from Walmart. It's in the corner. She's just peed on my carpet like 4 times already. And it's just like, ugh.
She's a puppy. Yeah.
But we're training her slowly but surely.
Well, good luck, man. If you got a new dog this weekend, and you know what? A lot of people did. New dog, new cat. Welcome to the family. And thanks for indulging me as I'm a proud parent and brag about my new dog. I love it. All right, we'll be back in a second. There is something they're selling online, and I want you to tell me whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. They're selling this online. You can order one right now if you wanted to. And we'll tell you about it next on KDWB.
From the Custom One MN.com Weather Center.
We have a chance of some severe weather today. We're going to see scattered thunderstorms and staying pretty hot out there, a high of 83. Tomorrow is going to be partly sunny, a high of 80.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Excel Energy's Home Energy Squad experts love helping you save energy. It makes their day to weather strip a door. Setting up a new smart thermostat is real high-five material. They have dreams about upgrading your light bulbs to LEDs. And installing a more efficient showerhead is actually one of their love languages. Let the experts who love to help you save energy help you save money. Make an appointment at excelenergy.com/squad with free installation of eligible energy-saving equipment.
Bank of America is the nation's leading business lender, and we're ready to help with your next goal here in the Twin Cities. That's why we have over 3,700 local business specialists across the country. Because with the right team, your business and community prosper. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA Club World Cup 2025. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
This is Secret Clinical dominating extra stinky stress sweat. And this is regular deodorant. Secret Clinical in a heat wave.
Oh, what a beautiful day.
This is regular deodorant. Ugh, I can't. Secret Clinical with workout sweat. Let's run another marathon. And regular deodorant. How much more? Secret is the GOAT because nothing fights sweat better. Stay fresher under pressure.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TRUCK for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TRUCK for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TRUCK.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get fit for summer with Snap Fitness. Now until June 14th, join your home club for just $90 for 90 days. No long-term commitment, unlimited access, valid only at participating locations. Terms and conditions apply. SnapFitness.com.
At Concordia University, St. Paul, you can choose from over 40 career-connected online programs and join a close-knit community with a legacy of student success. CSP Global. One decision changes everything. Get started at global.csp.edu.
Stuck in the same day-to-day routine? Wake up, go to work, eat, sleep, repeat? Break through the boredom this summer and download Call of Duty Mobile for free. Enjoy fan-favorite maps, modes, and operators from classic Call of Duty titles, plus new mobile-exclusive content. Today doesn't have to suck. Cure your boredom for free with Call of Duty almost anywhere, anytime. Call of Duty Mobile is available on both the Apple App Store and Google Play Store for free today. Rated M for mature.
California Closets just custom designed Chloe's home office / guest room. Now she has a spacious desk with built-in charging for devices. Sleek wood cabinets conceal a queen-size Murphy bed for guests, and drawers deep enough to hide clean sheets and a printer. Now her spare room is perfect for workdays and weekend visits. California Closets makes space for what belongs. We did it for Chloe, and we can do it for you. Schedule your free design consultation now at 800-CAL-CLOSETS or CaliforniaClosets.com.
Ooh, give me that good new view.
Schedule your free LASIK consultation today at tcecmn.com or call 612-999-2020. Twin Cities Eye Consultants. See clearly, live boldly.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating.
Keep celebrating when you bundle and save with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Hey, Tinsley, why don't we use EasyCater to order food for staff lunches?
Because my 46-page acronym system is so easy. I just have to salad, stay alert to late arriving deliveries, pie, put in expenses, and Google Pie. Go out and get everyone's preferences and allergy information.
That's supposed to be simple?
No, simple is Stephen, Irma, and Margie prefer lasagna and empanadas.
OMG.
No need to make work life more complicated. Just use EasyCater, the easy way to get food for work.
Discover trend-setting designs from top American brands to Corey Verragio, Simon G. Shy Creation, only at Arthur's Jewelers.
From the 612 injured High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
Eastbound Highway 55 got a new accident taking out the right lane near Dodd. Westbound 94 still a bit slow from Creighton to Franklin. Meanwhile, southbound 35W got an accident on the right shoulder near County Road 23. You're also on the brakes between Broadway and the Mississippi River Bridge. I'm Dominic Fortini. That's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by St. Paul College. Looking to get ahead this summer? Take classes at St. Paul College. You'll enjoy small class sizes and get top-notch student support. And you can save thousands of dollars in tuition. Plus, the credits you earn can be transferred. Classes starting now in June. Don't wait. Learn more at stpaul.edu.
101.3 KDWB.
You can't make this stuff up.
Little shout out to the 6 super moms, the OG baddies. Thank you, KDWB, for making our Mondays for over 30 years. So
the baddies.
I love that one. So I found this on Facebook, and this is something that we get annoyed with, and you see this all the time. Fake pet certified emotional support animals. And so you can actually search, like, get your dog certified as a service animal or companion animal. And basically, you fill in a form, you send it in. There apparently is very little criteria. And then you get a service vest. And that means you can take your dog to the hotel, to the airport, wherever you want to. You can take them in, like, I don't know, Macy's, and say, this is my emotional support animal.
Yeah.
And I think that people do this and abuse it because you want to fly with your dog or your cat for free.
Right.
And I don't know that airlines buy this anymore. I'm not really sure, but what do you think about the idea that you can, like, any of us could go online right now and order a little vest? And we all see these whenever you go to the airport. You see somebody walking along with an untrained dog.
Yeah, that's pulling, yanking.
That's pulling and yanking.
Yeah.
And it says service animal.
I mean, I don't think it's right. However, I love dogs so much that I'm like, if a dog can be in my space,
You don't really mind it, yeah.
I don't mind it. However, it would be so frustrating if it's an untrained, not actual service dog on an airplane that's yipping away next to you. You're stuck next to the dog. You're like, oh, this is going to be a great flight. And then the next thing you know, the dog's like all over the place, peeing and pooping under the seat.
Yeah.
Like not trained whatsoever. And then you're like,
Well, I think it annoys us because it's like the people who play by the rules. Like if you play by the rules, then you see somebody else not playing by the rules.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't take my dog on with a fake service dog vest. So it annoys me that you do it.
I also wonder, I worry about like people who are allergic because I don't know. I'm thinking about that all the time. And for cats or dogs, like if you're allergic to that and then now they're everywhere because, oh, this is my emotional support dog. Yeah, well, I'm sitting next to you on the plane and I am morbidly allergic to this dog. Like, what if that's the
What
case?
if that is the thing? Yeah. Here's one other thing that we had a big debate last week because, not a debate, discussion, because Jenny was out with somebody and their dog pooped on a trail and they took a stick and they flicked the dog poop into the woods.
Yep.
And Jenny was pretty disgusted by
well,
that.
I was just kind of shocked by it. I was like, oh, like they had poop bags, but they didn't really want to carry the poop 3 miles back to the trailhead. And they're like, whatever, it's going to, what's it called? Decomposed in the woods. Like, I'm just going to chuck it in there. And I was like, oh, I don't feel like that was the right thing to do.
Well, there's a counter argument. So people have written in and said, I would rather have it be kicked into the woods where it will decompose rather than put it into a plastic bag that will go in the landfill and sit there and not decompose. So there's that. But the counter to that argument is, unless you're like way out in the rural like mountain somewhere, most of the trails around here drain into a swamp eventually. And so the poop and fecal matter and all the bacteria and cryptosporidium or whatever will drain into your swamp when it rains. And you don't want, if everybody flipped their dog poop into the off the trail, that's eventually going to run into the swamp.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember how long ago it was, like 5 or 6 years ago. They had to shut down so many of the beaches because so many dogs were like pooping in the lakes and stuff.
What?
Don't you guys remember that?
It was like Dave Macoska.
Yeah, it was like some of the beaches.
I thought it was kids without swim diapers.
See, I thought it was that too. I thought it was like people pooping in the lake.
I mean, it was probably a mixture, but I remember dogs were part of it too. And so they would, they tested the waters and it was full of, what is it full of?
Cryptosporidium.
Yeah,
and I don't know that, but it sounds like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they had to shut down Lake Minnetonka after I was out there on the 4th of July and sliced my foot open because I I did contaminate the entire lake.
Well,
and then you pooped in it afterwards.
Well, yeah, I mean, I had to go. Where was I supposed to go? There was no bathroom on the boat I was at.
Here's what happened is Jenny bled into Lake Minnetonka, and they tested the alcohol proof of 40 proof of the entire lake.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they had to shut it down.
Yeah.
Fish were swimming sideways.
Yeah, they were. Honestly, those fish were having a good time.
They were.
Let them have some fun.
They were. How long do you think I'm going to be like the person who like brings up something like you get $1, you take a drink every time Dave brings up a dog.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that'd be a good drinking game?
I think everyone would be dead.
Yeah, I was like, do you
So-
want, if we're
Take a
playing,
shot.
if we're playing, you want us to be drunk by 6:30 in the morning every morning?
6:30.
Sure, why not?
It's a little too early for me. I start at 7.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you. All right, you are never more than 30 minutes away from Sabrina Carpenter tickets, and now let's do another keyword that you basically will use on the iHeartRadio app. Open up the iHeartRadio app as you're streaming KDWB. There's a red microphone, and then you just tap that red microphone, and you say the keyword, and you can win. And while you're there, the keyword, by the way, this hour is Nashville. Nashville, because you're going to fly off to Nashville to see Sabrina Carpenter. We got the hotel, we got the airfare, the tickets for 2. So use the keyword Nashville and just say simply the keyword is Nashville. If you get it wrong, the computer will spit it back out. So make sure you get the keyword right every time. We do this every 30 minutes. And while you're there, set KDWB as a preset. Tap that plus button in the left-hand corner on the top, and you're good to go. So now it's even easier to play every time you open up the iHeartRadio app. A lot of dirt coming up. It is a big day for dirt, including a celebrity couple that is DUN done. Next. Brady's and get a beer.
Oh, she would love that.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, now you have to say she's listening, so she's going to expect it from you. So
it's a date. Text messages. Dave, there was a woman in my neighborhood who would walk her dog. She would throw the dog poop in people's yards. So I confronted her, and she said, it's good fertilizer for the yards. Yeah, no. I called her out on it. I told her she doesn't deserve to have a dog then. Plus, it's only fertilizer if it's an herbivore, I believe. And 2, throw it in your own yard if it's good fertilizer. I was so mad. And dog poop make a big spot on the yard, or is that dog pee?
I don't know which one it is.
I thought this text message was juicy. They said, we have a neighbor with an extremely poorly behaved dog. She claims he's a service animal, but it will run away and aggressively bark, etc. Turns out she had a big GoFundMe years ago to buy a service dog and raised $20,000. We think she pocketed the money and never got a trained dog.
Wow.
Oh.
What?
That's one of the reasons why we don't do GoFundMes here on KDWB, and people will genuinely, sincerely ask us, hey, my daughter needs a new van lift or whatever for her wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Can you help do a GoFundMe? And we've been burned on it so many times because we used to be, oh, yeah, sure, absolutely. And then somebody would text us 2 weeks later and say, I know that family. They didn't spend it on a van lift.
Yeah.
They spent it on their trip to Disney or whatever. So we don't really do those. Another text messages, because we're talking about buying service dog vests for just any dog. Service dogs are for disabled people. This is not for someone's convenience. There are only 2 questions you can legally ask someone who has a service dog. What is the service that it performs, and is this a service animal? There is no certification for a service animal or a support animal, so all that stuff is nonsense. Getting a fake certification to fly your dog on an airplane is taking advantage of a law that was put in place for people who really need it and have disabilities that you cannot see.
Yeah, about the emotional support animal, my girlfriend in college, she had a roommate who I guess they filled out something to have an emotional support animal, and their dog lived in their dorm. And the roommate admitted, no, I just wanted my dog to live with me. No need for emotional support.
No, that's so. See, that annoys me too, because I just keep thinking about the allergies. I just wanted my dog to live with me. Yeah, well, you live with a bunch of other people. There's other people who have to live in the space that you live in. So it's not just the world doesn't revolve around you. Period. Okay. Period.
Here's another one. I think my cousin has a fake service dog. The dog has a vest. She takes it everywhere, but the dog barks all the time. Clearly not a service dog. Did you hear about the guy that had an emotional support alligator?
Oh,
what?
The gator was outside of a friend's house in Georgia, and animal control let him go in the wild. So, anyway, interesting.
Sounds like a children's book. My emotional support gator.
Right. Can you give a shout out to Josie, whose birthday is today? She is 30 years old. Happy birthday, Josie.
Happy birthday. I also want to shout out happy birthday to Jonah Murray, who's 27 today.
Yeah.
Is he right?
Yes, he is.
Oh, wow.
Dave, call him.
Call Jonah right now.
You
have his number, don't you?
I do.
Tell him I said hi.
He posted this picture an hour ago, so he should be awake.
He was. I saw that he threw the pitch out at a Cubs game. So
he might be in Chicago then?
He might be in Midwest time, because LA time is pretty early.
Really early. There's no way he would be awake.
Yeah, I saw him warming up. He was by the bean warming up for his first pitch.
I thought he was going to smack the bean with that.
Jenny.
No.
That sounds like a fun afternoon.
I didn't.
Jenny, you're disgusting.
I didn't mean it that way for once.
We know what you meant.
For once,
Jenny. Jonah's like,
why
Dave
is
Ryan,
this
I'm not
dud calling
answering.
me?
You hit your 1 call per quarter already with him. He's like,
has been
nope.
forwarded to voicemail.
All right, let's leave a
The person you're
voicemail.
trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hello, Jonah Murray.
Hi, Jonah.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jonah. Happy birthday to you.
It's Dave and the gang.
We practiced that.
Yep. Want to say happy birthday. Love you, Jonah. Have a good birthday. Bye. All right. The Dirt.
Maybe we'll be featured in one of his songs. He's going to use that audio.
As a sample? Yeah. Okay. Keep waiting.
From Hollywood's biggest celebrities to the latest gossip at Channel 4, it's Dave's Dirt on KDWB.
Did you hear about what's going on over at Channel 4?
No. What's happening?
You talk about that reporter?
The one reporter.
With the hair?
The hair.
And the 2 eyes?
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
Whoa.
All right, Simple Minds makes the dirt today for the first time since 1985. They almost passed on this song.
Don't You Forget About Me was like, it didn't just open the door, it was like a bomb going off. And when we listened, it wasn't quite that we turned our nose up, but we just couldn't quite get into it.
It was a sort of song that we would never write. I mean, it was so many elements about it that aren't what we do. So I just kind of felt that it was probably a better idea just to skip it completely.
Simple Minds were on my radar. I think I recommended them to John Hughes. I like to take a little responsibility for that.
That was Molly Ringwald saying that she suggested that be in the movie Breakfast Club. Was it Breakfast Club or 16 Candles? One
Breakfast
or the
Club
other.
at the end. Yeah.
And kind of a little throwback
Great
story.
song.
Justin Bieber had a heated confrontation with the paparazzi. Here is Justin Bieber.
I'm a father. I'm a dad. I understand that. And you guys are on private property in front of my car.
But then the paparazzi said,
Don't go to someone you don't know and you stick a camera in their face. You don't do that. You don't do that. When you're a celebrity. Yeah. It doesn't matter if I'm a celebrity or not. It doesn't matter if I'm a public figure.
who's right?
It's tough.
Right? Yeah.
It's tough. From my hometown of New Jersey, our home state of New Jersey, Jonas Brothers are changing up some of the things that they planned for the tour. They announced that they were going to, first of all, change the name. It was Jonas 20. Now it's just going to be Greetings from Your Hometown Tour. I don't know why that changed, but I guess they overestimated how many tickets they were going to sell. So they downgraded 6 major cities in the stadiums that they're playing: DC, Philly, Chicago, Detroit, Dallas, and LA. And people are catching flack. I don't feel like the Jonas Brothers going on tour is like a novelty anymore, because they've been here like 3 times in the past 2 years.
Yeah. I mean, I went last time and it was so fun. And then they were at the fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good show. It's just not like, oh, we got to get the tickets while they're hot.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people could have the wherewithal to do what the Jonas Brothers did and just be like, hey, you know what? Let's cut our losses. We'll just go down to a smaller thing so that it's more fun and there's not like a billion empty seats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, was the weekend all sold out? Was that stadium really full?
I mean, it looked sold out. I don't know if it was for sure sold out, but it was very full. I went to the concert Saturday night and he was phenomenal. I thought he did a great job. Lots of like theatrics and stuff. He had kind of like your backup dancers, but they were just in red robes the entire time. Like the hood was over their head. Very Weekend vibes. And then the Weekend also had this like big baggy robe type thing he was wearing. And I was
love a robe.
I was actually shockingly surprised when Playboy Cardi came out to do a couple songs that they do together.
Mm-hmm.
That was like hype. Because a lot of the Weekend songs are very like sexual or like creeping, whatever. And when they came out together, it was super fun. But yeah, great concert. If you were there, I know you feel the same way. I haven't heard a single person say anything bad about it.
Well, I have a really important story that I need to report on, David. Rob Lowe, hottie of the century, admits that he has a very cheesy go-to workout song, Eye of the Tiger, as we all know from Rocky 3. Dave, what's your go-to workout song?
1979 by Smashing Pumpkins.
That doesn't even, is that like a banger?
Well, you kind of put me on the spot.
Yeah, you
It's
did.
got a-
Okay,
it's
well,
got a
I'll tell
good-
you mine.
it's got a
Go
good
ahead,
BPM, yeah.
It depends on my mood. Usually I do big booty mixes, which is like a 60-minute mix of like songs that are turned EDM. However, I love Papa Roach Last Resort.
Oh, yeah. Is that the suffocation? No breathing. Okay. Nice. Vaughn, do you have a go-to workout song?
It didn't work out. Are you kidding?
Good one. Do you have a go-to workout song,
Yeah,
Bailey?
it's Check Yes Juliet. Jenny knows it.
That's a great song.
Because that goes, run, baby, run.
Yes.
You'll never. And it's just like got a really good, I mean, if I was running, it would have a good running beat.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
know
you
that
run.
one.
Yeah.
That's from Guitar Hero. That's how I know it.
There you
That's
go,
just
Guitar Hero.
Juliet.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Shout out Guitar Hero.
Rob Lowe's is Eye of the Tiger.
Love it.
It's not Guitar Hero. It's Paper Jams. Dave, did you buy Carson and
Yes,
Paper Jams?
Carson and the Paper Jams that played Sweet Home Alabama.
So good.
Yeah.
It was like a fake guitar, but
It
it,
was
looks
really
like
cool.
one. And you just strum plastic, but it does the chords as if it's a real guitar.
It's a
nice.
miracle of modern technology.
So we all know about bachelorette parties, but there's a new theme going around called solo-rette parties. So it's exactly what it sounds like.
What?
It's just solo time that gets rid of the booze-filled bashes and focuses on quiet self-care instead. So it's literally the bride just spending time on self-care, wellness, and like me time.
Do you need
before
a
the big
name
day.
for that though? It's
I mean,
just
there's
the
a name for
bride-
everything.
Yeah.
It's just the bride doing something
I
for
like
herself.
that. I'm currently planning my girlfriend's bachelorette party, and it's going to be a Girls Gone Mild theme.
Okay, what
Because
does that mean?
it means like we're going to do some cutesy stuff, like a picnic in the park or something like that, and maybe like a coffee walk. It's going to be very low key.
I
She's
like
not a big
that.
drinker.
Yeah.
It's going to be just us all hanging out and having girl talk.
I like Girls Gone Mild. That's a cute
kind
little
of
name.
similar to what Allison did. My daughter, when she did her bachelorette party, she got a party bus, and it was a day thing, and they went to different wineries, and they had a great time.
Fun.
Because Allison is not a drinker, partier, dancing on the speaker at Wild Bill's or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she's not like my friend who was dancing on the stripper pole last weekend on our party bus. And then
You mean you? Are you your friend?
I was on the pole too, because you can't go on a party bus and not dance on the pole at one point. But no, my
I have a
girlfriend got
friend.
after it. No, she got after it. You can see the photo on my Instagram or the video of her dancing.
I don't believe
Was
it.
asking
Just
for a
me.
friend. Is it weird to be on the stripper pole in the
Jenny was talking about slapping the bean a little while ago, so we
I
don't know what
didn't-
we don't really know what to expect.
Didn't
from you.
mean it like that. There is a video of Jonah Murray because it was his birthday, so we were just talking about that. And he was practicing his first pitch to throw out at the Cubs game, and he throws it right at the bean. And I was like,
Well, somebody
I
was
thought-
there to catch it.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
I thought he was going to hit the bean, so I apparently said
You
he was
wish.
going to slap.
you wish Jonah would hit the bean.
I would. Okay, it has been a minute, and your girl would take almost anything at this point.
And Jonah Murray is a good looking dude. So.
He is a good-looking dude, but he has
Hit
a
that
girl.
bean
he's
right
got
on
a
the
girl-
hot, right on the sweet
I
spot.
Respect, David.
What?
Where is this? Which armpit is it under?
I don't.
The
It's
swe-
been so long for me.
Yeah.
I forget which armpit the bean is under.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It's either that one or this one.
Yeah.
Nope. No reaction there.
no.
Must be the other one. There have been a lot of rumors about a Katy Perry or Orlando Bloom breakup for weeks, and now People Magazine is on the verge of calling it. A so-called source says, quote, they're pretty much done. It's been breaking down the last couple of months. It's not looking good. And, okay. They got engaged in 2019, and they have a daughter named Daisy who will be 5 in August. I watched the Martha Stewart documentary that Martha Stewart approved because she's in it all the time. And it's so interesting because she's not my cup of tea, but I totally respect what she's done as a businesswoman. And she is so justifiably arrogant. She is absolutely arrogant, but at the same time, kind of justifiably so, because she did start off with the advantage of being extremely gorgeous and beautiful. And that helped pave the way a little bit. But then instead of just relying on that, she became Martha Stewart. But if you watch it, I'm not even that interested in her, and I find her fascinating.
Yeah.
So Martha Stewart on Netflix. That is it for The Dirt, brought to you by 612 Injured, Heimer and Lammer's Injury Law. Coming up in a second, we've got, first of all, a keyword about 7 minutes away for another pair of Sabrina Carpenter tickets. Stay here on KDWB.
Dave Ryan is on Instagram at Dave Ryan KDWB.